All right, so we can close our eyes if that's comfortable. Just kind of sitting up nice and tall, finding some length in the spine. And as we talked about, rooting down into the earth and really finding a sense of feeling grounded, if it's available to you, to bring the feet flat to the floor, uncrossing legs maybe, and doing that. And if we're seated in more of a on the floor or in a cross-legged style, that's totally fine. Either way, we're seated, and so noticing the point of contact or the space where the base of the spine is connected to where we're sitting. So the chair, the floor, if our feet are on the floor, noticing the connection of each of the four corners of our feet, rooting down. And feeling that direct connection right now in this moment of where we are in this place in this time. And we can take our hands and we can place them maybe on our lap, palms facing down. If not, they can be maybe on the seat or the chair next to us or the floor, just somewhere where we can actually feel what's underneath the hands, the texture of the fabric, our clothes maybe, or even if they're on a desk, we can feel the coolness, the flatness of the furniture. And then just letting the hands rest there and moving our attention from any sensations of touch and coming to the breath in the body. The breath practice for today's session will just be a basic, simple 3-part breath. So just learning to breathe diaphragmatically. And so first, just noticing the breath without really making any changes. When our body is in a state of stress, when that sympathetic nervous system is activated, when we're feeling anxious, our breath tends to be shorter and shallower. And so just the simple act of deepening and lengthening the breath can send messages to the brain that there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to be anxious about. And so instead of letting the thoughts determine how we breathe, we can actively use the breath to change the thoughts in the mind. And so as we start to lengthen and deepen the breath, also noticing where we feel the breath in the body. And if it's not already, seeing if we can expand through the ribs, feeling the belly filling up with air, and exhaling, drawing everything back in towards the spine. Inhaling, feeling the belly rise and expand. Ribs expanding, chest opening, filling up the entire chest cavity with breath. And then exhaling, letting it all go. And continuing these deep and full diaphragmatic breaths. We can think about the breath in those 3 parts. Again, belly rising, and then ribs, and then chest. As we exhale, the chest sinking, ribs drawing in, belly sinking towards the spine. And we'll continue the awareness of the breath here, maybe even noticing the temperature of the breath as it comes in through the nostrils and as it leaves. You can notice maybe the sound of the breath, hearing it in our ears. As we're breathing in through the nose, maybe we notice any smells or aromas in our space. And without trying to create anything or think of what we should be feeling or smelling, just noticing what actually is right now, and it may be nothing. So moving our attention from the breath to notice the seat underneath us once again, and the feet under the floor, where our hands are resting. Again, noticing textures here, temperatures. Feeling the weight of our body, maybe even sensing a lightness. And becoming aware of any sounds that we hear in the space that we're in. And recognizing that all of these things, all of these experiences, and all of these sensations are happening right now. That every sound that we hear is happening in the present moment. And recognizing that right here and right now in this present moment, we have everything that we need. That any thoughts of what's ahead are simply thoughts. But right here, there's nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. And with that recognition that right here and right now we have everything that we need, we can also recognize that we're safe. That in this moment right now, we have everything we need and we're safe. Let's take one more deep breath in, feeling the breath in the body. And a big exhale out. And slowly starting to just flutter the eyes open. And coming back into this space. You can always move and stretch in any way that we'd like to.